Employment agencies in Singapore are now taking extra precautions when hiring foreign domestic workers because of the Wuhan coronavirus. Agencies CNA spoke to say they're working with overseas partners to assess the health of workers before they come to Singapore.
Some agencies are also conducting training on how to take precautionary measures. Vanessa Lim with more.
This agency brings in about 100 new domestic workers from Indonesia, Myanmar and the Philippines every month. These women arrived in Singapore a day ago and already they're taught where to get accurate updates on the Wuhan coronavirus and how to wear a surgical mask. But efforts to keep them healthy starts even before they step foot into Singapore.
We asked the source country, our supplier, to house the helpers at least 14 days before coming to Singapore to observe if they have any symptoms for this Wuhan virus or any other form of virus. Then once they come to Singapore, we have a 3 to 5 days observation period before we hand over to the employers.
It's the same for employment agency Homekeeper, which conducts regular health checks on new hires before and after they arrive in Singapore.
In the dormitory, and every night we will do a check. So every morning in the office we'll do a check also. So as soon as there is a fever, the management have to be informed immediately, and we have already set up a quarantine room at the dormitory. So this quarantine room is for those cases whereby they have fever or cough, until we bring them to see doctor.
While several agencies CNA spoke to say there's a growing concern over new hires, one non-profit organization says the demand for foreign domestic workers hasn't been affected yet.
I think it's still early days. We don't see much of that happening. Some of the employment agencies we spoke to, they also been doing their part by also educating the new helpers who are in Singapore now. I think things are still evolving. I think we have to wait and see.
The organization has issued an advisory for foreign domestic workers in various languages to raise awareness. With around 200 domestic workers visiting its center every week, it's also started contact tracing as a precaution. Across the island, foreign worker dormitories are checking and monitoring their residents with daily temperature screenings. Some are also isolating workers who have returned from China for 2 weeks.